So Remy Ma is allegedly refusing to divorce Papoose, and you guessed it, it's about to get real ugly.
Okay, so we're done spectating, speculating. Now it's just aggravating. Remy Ma and Papoose, it seems like are finally not together because her new dude.
Here's what happened. Word on the street, Papoose is done. He's tired of the games. Dude's apparently been begging Remy to sign those divorce papers for ages. Like, we're talking months here, people. And every time he tries to move forward, Sis comes up with another excuse, like she's dodging him harder than a new album drop. And now, Papoose finally had enough and pulled up on Remy. All like, yo, what's the holdup? You out here all happy with easy to block captain, but you want to keep me legally tied to you? Like, hold up, and let me tell you, when he dropped the A word, aka alimony, that's when the real drama started. Because suddenly, Remy was shook. We're talking about her music royalties, TV checks, clothing line. She's worth around $4 million. But don't forget, Papoose was the one keeping her name alive, even when she was locked up. He raised her son, managed her career, and all that. You know the drill. But here's the kicker. She's out here looking like she's trying to keep Papoose on the hook, just so she doesn't have to cough up some serious cash. Remy might have been living it up with easy to block captain. Like, come on. We all saw that cheesy grin she had. And don't even get me started on the rapping she did about him. But now, Remy's looking a little nervous. Like, uh-oh. Easy moved on with 2 younger women, and now I'm left with unfinished business? Oh, and that's where the real mess kicks in. But hold up, don't sleep on Claressa Shields, okay? She's out here throwing birthday shoutouts, serenading him, and get this, she was ready to take things to the next level. Papoose had a whole Valentine's Day proposal plan to pop off in Hawaii. However, Remy came in and ruined all of that by refusing to sign the divorce papers. But here's where it gets really crazy. Word on the street is, Remy isn't stalling this divorce out of love. Nah, she's stalling because she doesn't want to split that bag. I mean, we already know this, but it seems like it's going to go down this path. See, Papoose wasn't just her husband, he was her manager, PR team, and her biggest cheerleader, all wrapped into one. Now, she's worth a lot, but Papoose sacrificed his whole career for hers. And legally, after 11 years of marriage, it's looking like Pap could walk away with half her earnings. Yep, you heard that right, half. And y'all know Remy's gotta be shook. She's stalling, getting petty, and even leaking texts between Papoose and Claressa. She's calling Pap out, accusing him of threatening her, and throwing shots at Claressa's looks. Like, girl, grow up. But what's even wilder is the rumor that Papoose also wants to get back with Remy Ma. Like what? Now, there's a theory floating around suggesting that maybe Pap hasn't moved on. Maybe this whole thing is just about getting back at Remy. Maybe he's using Claressa to make her mad for all the years she played him. Maybe he never wanted to leave her, but now he's just doing what he's gotta do to get under her skin. Even fans think Papoose is up to something. One fan wrote, he don't want that girl. He's doing it to make Remy mad. Another one added, if he really wanted to divorce, he could have done that because it was all out there about Remy cheating on him. Now, that got y'all thinking, right? I mean, people think Papoose is also clinging onto the marriage and he's not really committed to divorcing Remy. What a major plot twist, y'all. However, keep in mind that these are all rumors, and we don't really know if these are true. But if this comes out for real, it's really gonna be another big messy love triangle in Hollywood. But let's also not forget that Pap had been pretty clear about wanting to cut ties with Remy, and come on, he looks pretty happy with his new love, right? What do you guys think?
Trap Boy Freddy is out here getting exposed left and right for snitching on Yella Beezy and y'all. Trap Boy is officially trapped and cooked. Word on the block is that he might have low-key thrown his longtime partner in crime, Yella Beezy, under the bus. This story is loud, messy, and full of trap drama. There's a lot to unpack here, so let's get it moving.
Freddie's hot. They been wanting Freddie. Freddie one after Moultrie Death laughed and talked about it, made all these songs. Freddie went to jail for a charge. Freddie only got 8 months. Well, as a convicted felon with a firearm. Freddie get out. He was over there in New Dallas. Get hit. KFI Studios. They got hit. All Yella partners in the feds. All Freddie partners in the feds. Yella get hit. Anything that's around Freddie go to prison.
So let's start with how Freddie's name even got wrapped up in all this in the first place. Trap Boy Freddie was already a hot topic after being hit with a charge as a convicted felon. But here's where it gets sus. Instead of serving major time, Freddie only did 8 months. Meanwhile, other people around him are doing way more time for less. And ever since that light sentence, everyone in Dallas has been looking at Freddie like he's too close to the feds for comfort. Like, why are they always circling back around after he shows up? Not only that, Freddie's been doing way too much online, posting videos, talking slick, dropping disses. He even made a whole song that implied people had something to do with Mo3's demise. And that right there turned the heat up on everybody around him. He made it hot for the whole circle, especially for Yella Beezy. Just when things were cooling off, Freddie opened his mouth, and now his close associates were back under a lens. As if that wasn't enough, Rainwater kinda suggested that once Freddie started running his mouth, the feds jumped all over Yella's business. Studios started getting raided. Affiliates started getting hit. It's like anything everything Freddie touched turned into a case. Rainwater even pointed to the fact that if Freddie ever came to your house, the cops were not far behind. That's how hot he's been in a minute. And to make this even worse, people close to the situation are saying Freddie was the reason everything spiraled. Not because he directly dropped names, but because his actions and his clout-chasing posts brought way too much attention. Like, if he would have stayed quiet, half the people getting looked at right now would still be chilling.
He made a diss song pertaining that we had something to do with it. When you see Yellow, you say Freddie. When you say Brother Freddie, he made us feel like he had something to do with it. They went extra hard on that. Damn. Like, straight up, they went extra hard on that. Let's figure out what's going on. If nobody would have knew, they would just sit there and say, man, it was just a random baby daddy or something. Nobody would have knew what was going on until he started making all these videos. He made it hot for everybody. I ain't never say he snitched on nobody, never. But his influence make it hot.
And then there's the part that shook everybody. Freddie's close friend and associate, Yella Beezy, was reportedly on the phone with MO3 right before he got shot. Like, literally on the line with him. That alone had people connecting the dots and side-eyeing Freddie even more. A lot of folks who kept up with MO3's shooting believed that if anyone besides Yella Beezy knew the real story, it had to be Freddie. This whole situation got way too many layers. From jail time to beef, to accusations of setups and Fed ties. And while Freddie's team is trying to act like it's all cap, the streets ain't buying it. Not when people keep getting hit, and not when Yella Beezy's name keeps getting brought up every time Freddie's involved. This story is just getting started. Stay tuned, cause I'll definitely bring the updates.